So we finally made it to REV Group for their technical center to have everything done on the RV. We made the decision to come in 2 days early instead of getting here today. Staying 20-mile-an-hour winds with gusts of over 40. It's been rocking the motorhome all night and it's supposed to continue all day. It's cold as hell. But worst case scenario, we lose an awning and well, we're here where they can replace it at the factory. So it should be good. So they just showed up to pick up the RV to take it down to the engineering department over at the factory. And we got a call from REV Group inviting us down to get a behind the scenes look at how these things are made. Let's go check it out. And the ceiling, so that one's okay. Those are supposed to be like spinnable. We don't spin them because they snap. And then also in the main area, you got the trim. Excuse the black lines, the LEDs and camera don't mix very well. So you can see all like the trim pieces look like crap. There's like chunks taken out of them. I don't think it's showing like how like nasty it looks. It looks like smash it into a million pieces, put it back together with some glue and then slap some paint on it. It was like beautiful. So those gotta get fixed. The cabinets in the front, there's these two false cabinets. They cover electrical at the top. All right, so both those cabinets, they're laying here and here because they freaking fell off driving down the road. In the main living area, you got all these cabinets. The corners are pulling apart. This one's not so bad. This one's going. Issues. Driving down the road, we can't get them to stop flashing. So there's that one and that one. They won't shut up. We'll just add that to the list of fun things that happen in adventuring with an RV. All right, up in the front, you got generator on switch. It doesn't work. As you can see, we have no generator starting. Nothing. There's another one. So on the refrigerator, as we're going down the road, they open. They just pop apart. And once it gets rocking enough, the whole refrigerator opens, along with this bottom shelf comes flying out. Not fun. You see the weather stripping right here on the bottom of the door. It's just peeling off. Ready? And that happens. And then here's the mirror, and they didn't allow for any clearance. And as you can see right here, the slide rubs on the mirror frame every time it comes in and out. If you do not have this thing perfectly level and you just want to put the slide out, you have to level this whole thing before you're able just to bump that bed out. You just can't bump the bed out and go to sleep for a night and bump back in because it will rip the mirror off the wall. So these are the windows in the bed, and only one side latches. And we'll spin over to the other side. All right. Same issue. Only one side of the window latches. Oh my God, it is freaking cold out. But as you all know, you got the mirror issues. The mirrors flopping around. They just issued a recall after my complaint on that. But these front compartments don't latch in all the way. So this latch isn't turned in to completely lock. This door right here, as you guys seen, I had to tape it shut. I hate Alabama! Because it just doesn't latch anymore. And then the other thing back in here, so all the electric and the water lines are on power reels, but the water line is up here. It's supposed to have these roller bars up here. They just disappeared one day. And then here's your power cord. So that little hole is the only thing your power cord has to go through. They never put a level wind in there. So what happens is it just rolls in one spot, binds, and you can't get the cord in anymore. That's got to get fixed. And then our slide issue where water leaks in underneath the cover, like the little awning part on the slide, and the slide itself, it sits on top of the slide, and then when you pull the slide in, you get a waterfall inside of the coach. So they got to fix that. Gear down. Over here,
They have jigs over there. They put their mouth in the.
okay.
Everything again that's yellow is going to stay that color. So on that one, everything that's yellow is going to stay white.
I get it.
In the belt line.
Okay.
They line them up and they all just feed off of each other. And everything you see is blue is hand stripe. Take some practice and some steady hand. This is the second race. These guys got a brand. They do it every morning and then after lunch. Yeah, they actually dropped quite a bit. It took a while to get everybody on board.
Yeah, I bet.
But like doing that. Well, hopefully they didn't get you.
Oh, I got your hand moving my glasses.
So the engineers had this for a week, trying to get everything fixed on it. They did get everything repaired on our entire list, plus a few extra things that they noticed. And one of those happens to be our wiper blade. They didn't like how they sat on the windshield. They weren't perfectly level across, so they retimed the passenger side one to drop down a little bit. And we can see in this video that's on a cell phone that it didn't work very well. Lost it. There you go. There's your wiper blade. And we lost our wiper blade driving down the road. Wasn't too happy about that. They're bad. But one of the big things on this was the mirrors. And they put their braces in, but my brace that I built was actually better than theirs, so they actually just painted it and left that in, and I believe that is the way that they're going to go with the repair on these things. But I wanted to show that to you in here. This is their fix, and this is a brace that comes from the bottom corner of this fiberglass back to the firewall. So that was their fix, to try to strengthen this part up. But they were still getting a lot of mirror vibration. So there is my fix. My fix used their existing bolts. That is taking all the mirror twist and putting it directly to the firewall. Much better fix. And the mirror still vibrates. It does a little bit, but nowhere near as bad as it did before. The other thing that they did do too, this used to have a 4-inch riser on the mirror. I made the option to drop it down. Now by doing that, I lost a little bit of this mirror in the bottom corner here, but that really didn't matter anyway, because all that does is show up the side of the RV while you're driving down the road. So I'm not missing that much, and it was easy to see out of. I didn't have any problems. I mean, we went probably a good 600 miles so far now. So those are the main things that I want to touch on that they did to this that were design changes, overall design changes. So with all that said, do we recommend making the drive all the way to the manufacturer to have repairs done? Because I mean, we went from Alabama to Indiana. So basically
Northern Indiana.
Yeah, so almost to Michigan. So it's Decatur. So we went from Decatur to Decatur, which is a long trip. I mean, it's not easy.
I found a rhythm for myself, so yeah. I mean, it was great. They put us up in a hotel and everything because we have Skippy, so it just didn't make sense to not have a hotel.
Yeah, typically what they do is they'll take the RV all day, do the work on it, then bring it back to their parking lot where they have a electrical hookup, and then you spend the night in that, and then the next morning they pick it up, they take it back into the service center. That way you're not having to go to a hotel. They did pay for the hotel. I had to put it on my credit card, but they did reimburse me for the credit card charges. So in comparison, so the service that we have received through General RV, having all of this work done if we were to stay with General RV versus going directly to the manufacturer.
We wouldn't have even had an email responded to from General RV. Nobody would have treated us the way that we were treated here or in Decatur.
Yeah, because General RV, we would have been months and months and months and months.
It would have been years.
Yeah,
Let's be real.
With
they would have never
complaining and, oh, we can't do that, or why do we need to change this? They listened to us. They didn't complain. They bent over backwards to get everything done that we wanted done, and they actually implemented everything we said into future use. I have never received better customer service, especially in the RV industry.
Yeah.
And I was really hard on them coming into it. I mean, in our other video, I called all their engineers idiots. And I worked with the entire engineer team for an entire week, and they still, knowing that I called them an idiot, went through and did everything and explained why things were the way that they were. And we had the first Armada ever built. This is the first one to roll off the assembly line. So we were basically put into a guinea pig situation. I would have liked to know that ahead of time too. It's been an adventure. We got to meet a whole bunch of cool new people. We'll chalk it up to life experiences.
It wasn't that bad.
A big shout out to everybody at REV Group that worked with us on this, because you guys were fantastic. But thank you. Thank you for everything you guys did. We appreciate it.
Yeah.
All right, so if you like this video, make sure you give it a big thumbs up.
And don't forget to subscribe, and while you're at it, press that bell so you get notified each time we post a video.
And share. Sharing's caring.
Share it with your friends, guys.
All right, we'll catch you next time.
Bye.
Thank you.